Gran Turismo 6 can be a wonderful thing. It's hard not to admire its intuitive handling, the obsessive attention to detail, and its steadfast dedication to simulation, even though some of the fun is sucked out in the process. Yes, Gran Turismo 6 is still one of the best true racing simulations available on console, but so much of the game feels antiquated and quaint when compared to its rivals. Everything that's good about Gran Turismo is here, and so too, unfortunately, is the bad. It makes a promising start though, putting you in an exciting hot hatchback for the opening tutorial, but it quickly falls into the franchise's bad habits. The first hours of career mode are the typical dull slog of slow cars that have plagued GT since its inception. Progress is gated by mandatory license tests too, a backward step from the optional tests in GT5. Thankfully, the UI has at least been improved, so there's one less thing to get in the way of going fast. On the track, the game shines with the best driving physics on console. Updates to the suspension and tyre models seem subtle at first, but add up to staggering improvements in the feel of rubber meeting the road. Balance, body roll and yaw are much more noticeable, especially with a steering wheel, and it's easier to anticipate the limit of a tyre's grip, giving the best drivers the opportunity to extract more performance from slower cars. However, while the driving is executed beautifully, there are a number of other areas of the game that are pretty ugly. Graphics vary from sublime to ridiculous. Most of the car models are a love letter to real automotive designs, but the circuits leave a lot to be desired. Cardboard fans, low poly trees, and murky textures come as standard. The premium versus standard cars debate from GT5 rages on as well, with some cars looking noticeably less detailed than others. The AI is the usual Gran Turismo slot car nightmare, with competitors having little awareness of the race going on around them, so online racing is your best bet for some real competition in GT6. The lobby system is less than helpful though, telling you that some races have restrictions, but not detailing what those restrictions actually are. Not only that, but the day one patch actually removed the quick match function from the menus. Despite these problems, GT6 will still have huge appeal for gearheads. 1,200 cars and 100 track layouts means that there's plenty to explore, and the game has massively increased the variety of customization on offer. There are many more bespoke racing cars this time as well, and some car manufacturers have even designed new concept models, especially for GT. However, you'll need a lot of spare time or spare cash to unlock the best vehicles. Career races don't have big credit payouts, and the seasonal events, once the way to make cash quickly, have had their prize money massively reduced since GT5. Sadly, Sony and Polyphony's solution to the notorious GT grind is microtransactions. If you want the game's most expensive 20 million credit cars, you're looking at hours and hours of grinding, or spending over $100 of real cash. Spending money is entirely optional, and you have to actively go looking for the store to do so, but choosing to add microtransactions rather than address the grind makes a bad impression. Happily, the game's most unique and bizarre content isn't going to cost you. Special events return from GT5 and offer some fantastic treats like competing at the famous British Motorsport Festival, the Goodwood Festival of Speed. You can also drive on the moon. No, we don't get that one either. It's the little details that make Gran Turismo 6 so incredibly dated compared to its rivals. Yes, it's nice to have that attention to detail poured into the physics simulation itself, but when the likes of Forza are heaping on the features, it's hard not to feel shortchanged by GT6's lack of vision. Maybe we'll see the makeover the series sorely needs when it inevitably hits the PS4. But until then, Gran Turismo 6 remains a fantastic simulation. It's just not a great game.